Hey guys, Wet Movie One back here again for yet another movie hunting video for you guys today. But I'm going to be going out to a couple of places today, a couple of different stores that I don't normally hit up because I'm going to be in a different area and stuff. So hopefully we can find some cool stuff, maybe. So come along with me, let's hit up some new stores and see what we can come up on today. Hit that thumbs up, everyone. Well guys, the first stop of the day, Rhino Records. I know. You're like, Brendan, what the hell is this? You've never been here before. It says CDs, DVDs, vinyls. And in the window over there, we buy used LPs, CDs, books, DVDs, and for cash. Let's go on in. I'm in the horror section now. They have some of the old Midnight Movie Collection sets in here. Of course, Piranha, Quiet Place 2, this different, random stuff. The Ring 2. And I saw this. I know this is the Asia Extreme version, but I don't think I've ever seen that cover. Oh, the Ring Zero. That's what it is. I don't think I've ever seen that cover before. I know I've seen a lot of Asia Extreme titles, but that cover doesn't. I don't remember it. But that's a cool looking cover though. We're just going through the horror stuff right now, seeing what I come up on. Hopefully something cool, different, and rare. But you never know unless you come and look. This is kind of cool to come across. My Dinner with Leatherface, a documentary on Gunnar Hansen and stuff like that. I believe there's a Blu-ray of it. I heard mixed things about the documentary, like it's not very well made or whatever. But I was always kind of interested in it because Gunnar Hansen was my first celebrity interview I ever did. Back when I went to my very first convention, when I was building up the courage to try to talk to actors and stuff. But he was always really cool to me. I'm glad I got his autograph. But there's only one on my DVD, but maybe I need to find a Blu-ray version of this. This is $25 for the DVD. And these take me back to the old Tower Records days, where they had the movie poster things where you can just scroll through them, the poster reprints of different bands and movies, and Friday the 13th one. It's kind of cool. You guys remember the days of going to this? Even I think Walmart's had these. The little posters, and you find the number of the one you want. Kind of thing. I think that's cool, man. Even Beetlejuice is in the house. Here's one of my favorite movies my dad showed me when I was in my teen years. He's like, Brendan, I know you like the Beatles like I do. You have to see this movie. And I fell in love with it. The Beatles are not in it, but it's about these fans that are obsessed with them and sneak into their hotel rooms and stuff, or hotel, and try to meet them and stuff. Great movie if you've never seen it before. Definitely one of my favorites. Well guys, just got out of Rhino Records and everything. Didn't find anything I needed to really get up on. Some of the prices were a little bit much, but there was one or two things I was thinking about getting, but I ended up passing on them because I feel like if I bought them, I would have them and just sit around and not watch them for a long time, and I don't need to do that right now. But as I was outside of that Rhino Records, I looked up record stores in the area, and I came across this place called Penny Lane Record Shop. Records and posters, sale, buy 5, get 1 free. Looks like a cool little independent store, man. It looks like they're going to close in half an hour or so. I'm going to get up in here and see what they got going on. Looks like they have 99-cent DVDs in the window. Ooh, let's see what we can find. Just got into Penny Lane Records up over here. They have a small little store. A lot of stuff packed in here. They got a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays along the ground right here and on different shelves. So hopefully we can find some cool stuff. They do have 30-something, seasons 1 and 2 right here. A handful of, or season 3 as well. They do have that section of dollar DVDs. And they have some VHS tapes in here, like Analyze This. With bonus footage, it says. Kind of rad, man. Coming across some new spots that I haven't seen before, haven't been into before, that I can remember. Maybe Rhino Records a long time ago, but I'm not 100% sure. They do have a small selection of Blu-rays here. Common kind of titles that I'm seeing in here so far. Elf, Finding Dory, things like that. They have other stuff in here as well. Their good old Something Weird video DVD in here. Not really seeing a whole bunch of stuff that I need to maybe get up on, but who knows? They have a lot of really cool posters, like mini posters on the wall that you can get. I kind of like that design of that Beetlejuice one. That one's pretty rad. Kind of cool to come in to a shop that, I've never been into before, just to see what they got going on poster-wise, and of course, CDs galore. But there's one or two things I could get, but it'll just be like selling on my eBay store. And I'm like, I was thinking about getting these ones because there's a little bit of a decent profit on them, but some of the DVDs are kind of scratched and stuff. Penny Lane Records, man, that's pretty cool. Small store, but they jam-pack it full of stuff in there. Like I said, didn't find anything I need to get. There was like, those 3 seasons of 30 something that I probably could have made some money on eBay, but nah, you know what I mean? They're kind of beat up a little bit. Some of them have scratches, but when I'm thinking of the name of the store, of course thinking of that Beatles song Penny Lane. And right down the way from Penny Lane Records is this place called Stardust Alley. I saw the window right here. It had a cool little like diorama, and I don't know how good you can see it with the sun blasting in it. But it also has like an Art the Clown in the window right here with some Killer Clowns action. So let's head on in there and see what they got going on. The first thing you're greeted with when you walk in here is doll parts hanging up on the wall, just dangling right there. We got some cool incense in here. I already kind of walked around in here a second ago. It smells nice right when you walk in. If you're a Funko Pop collector, they got you covered. But the vibe I'm getting when I walked in here was kind of like Dark Delicacies and stuff. You know what I mean? Like Long Live Dark Delicacies. They got some horror vinyl in here. Beetlejuice. Some Friday the 13th action. Good old Harry Manfredini. Little tiny snow globes. Little baby snow globes in here. Yeah, if you're into horror or just straight pop culture stuff, they got you covered. All up in here with vintage masks. Cool little... Oh man, these things are still everywhere. The Labubus. Get away from me, Labubu. No more Labubus. Labubu everywhere. Labubus everywhere. Little coasters if you want to rest your cup on something at home. They got you covered with some coasters. It looks like a place that would have like a little shop set up at like a convention or whatever. You know what I mean? You never know what kind of random stuff you'll come up on in here. Just Terrifier's taking over, man. I like it, but it's not my favorite, Even though I have a big mystery box coming, or you may have seen that first, I don't know, but a big mystery box is coming, and I'm hoping I don't get Terrifier stuff. But if I do, it's still cool. But we shall see. But just looking through some of the posters. I know a lot of people are into Loungefly. That's my kind of Loungefly. I don't rock backpacks, but if I had to, that one's pretty cool right there. Some really cool masks out here in the Inland Empire, man. This store is pretty damn cool. This store has some pretty rad shit in it. I ain't gonna lie. And I know I'm gonna be seeing some Scream actors coming up at Monsterpalooza. Should I buy a knife to get signed? But I already have enough Scream autographs. I need to calm down. I need to calm down with the autograph stuff. But hey, pretty rad stuff. Even some stuff you can sew onto your clothes. I dig it, man. If you want to follow Stardust Alley, make sure you guys check them out right here with the QR code. Well, guys, I am back home now from going to those different stores, trying to find some physical media to get up on. but it's getting harder and harder these days to get stuff to add to the collection because I have so much stuff as it is. Not every time I go out hunting, I'm going to come home with something, or even something to put on my eBay store. But it was fun going out there, nonetheless, to some new shops, some places I don't normally go to, and, you know, cool little record stores and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, you know, cool new different stores for this video today. It is getting hot out here in California. It's starting to be a little warm out here. But if you guys like my videos and support them in any way, please hit that thumbs up button, and see you guys in the next one. Ta-ta.